All because you didn't want to do what I said to do. Now look at the state we in. Look at the conditions we in. We are not living. This is not life. Read.
Because thou hearkenest not to the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder.
God said these curses are going to be on the children of Israel. These people right here on this side for a sign and a wonder. The sign, when you see Walmart, when you see that sign, what does that let you know? That's Walmart, right? So these curses let them know, and the other nations know, that this is God's people. Because only God's people is going through these things. Only God's people are fit these curses. God said they're going to be on this for a sign and what?
And for a wonder.
And our people wonder why these things, our people don't even wonder why they're in the conditions that they just say, hey, it is what it is. Got to get it how you live. They will never wonder why we in this condition. They will never seem to think that. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
God said these curses are going to be on our seed forever. So the curse is going to follow us from generation to generation. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
Because we did not want to keep God's commandments. That's what it's all about. Either you're going to keep God's commandments and be on top, or you're going to be on the bottom and not keep God's commandments. Read.
With joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Because if we was keeping God's commandments, we would have the abundance of all things. We was not lacking. We had everything we needed. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
God said, no, since you didn't want to serve me with joyfulness and gladness, I'm going to make you serve the other enemies. Now, you don't want to serve me? Go serve the white man. Go serve the Arab man. Go serve the Chinese man. You don't want to listen to me? Go serve them now. And look what happened. We get shot down in the streets. The Chinese people talk about us, and they talk about us. The Arab sellers are pork. Read.
Serve thine enemies which the Lord shall send against thee.
God sent our enemies against us. It wasn't no coincidence that the white man came over and brought us over here on slavery. God sent them over there against us. Read.
In hunger.
So when you want food, you got to go to your enemies now. God said, you used to get your food from me. Now since you don't want to listen to me, you got to go to your enemies now. And what happened when we go to our enemies for food? They sell us fake meat. They put poison in our water. How long was the water have poison in Flint, Michigan water?
Still poison.
It's still poison. Why? Because we got to go to our enemies. And guess what they say? Oh, look, we ain't going to stop. We just going to give everybody that was affected with a free college education. What the hell that's going to do when your mind already messed up with lead poisoning? How the hell you going to think straight? Read.
In hunger and in thirst.
When you have water, if you don't clean your water bill, they'll cut your water bill off. We can't go get no water. We can't even get water out the sky for free. Read.
And in nakedness.
Your clothes. You got to go to your enemies for clothing. Because you might say Jay-Z got his own Rockaway, right? And we do have some black people that have clothing lines, right? That they don't. We got to go to the enemies for the textiles. You know what I'm saying? Read.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things. The religion, that cross that you got on your neck. We learned that from our enemies. We learned that from this man right here. Hey, let me show you something. What they post that with them with the cross.
Right there.
This one right here. Look. Let me show you something. That same cross right here. They're killing them for you having that same cross that you got on your neck right here. You see that? That cross comes with white man Jesus. It's not symbolic to what Christ did on the cross. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If your brother got shot in the street, would you walk around with a gun around your neck and remember him?
I know where you at. That's why I tell you. It's nothing but a reminder me of what happened and how we is blessed because somebody did pay the price. That's all. But see, other people don't know that. They wear it for other reasons. You know, they're wearing with the Jesus on there and have no mind or thought of why.
But what I'm showing you is, you know what that cross stand for?
Oh yeah.
What it stand for?
I mean, what a white man wanted to stand for, but what it stand for me is a reminder.
But listen, let me show you something. Christ died on the cross. That was like the death penalty today. It was like it's the equivalent with getting put in the electric chair. Him hanging on the cross. That was the death penalty. And you walking around, give me Habakkuk 2:18. You walking around on that cross. It might be like that to you, but that's not how it is to God. Because listen, remember, get Habakkuk 2:18, but get me Proverbs 4:6. Get Habakkuk 2:18 and give me Proverbs 4:6. Because remember, we can't go off of how we feel. Remember, we always deal with emotion. We can't deal with emotion. We can't go off, oh, I feel like this, I feel like that. We got to go off what the Bible says. Because remember, we didn't do what God said do because we broke His commandments. We do. Listen. Let me listen. I want you to hear me out. Us breaking God's commandments, we say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to do that because I don't really feel like not eating pork. I want to eat pork. That's what I want to do. I want to celebrate Christmas because to me it feels like that's the birth of Jesus Christ. I want to celebrate Thanksgiving because to me I feel like it's about me getting my family together. That's all emotion. That's not nowhere in the Bible. We have to deal with how God say deal. I'm telling you. I'm only telling you because I love you. Read that.
Habakkuk. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Wisdom is a principal thing.
3 and 5?
Yeah, Proverbs 5.
Proverbs 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
You gotta trust in God, bro. You gotta trust in what God says, not what how we feel. Cause we was all doing the same thing too, wearing little Jesus pieces, wearing the rosary beads, thinking that got something to do with God. It don't got nothing to do with God. Read that.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
When you say I wear this because it's when I wear this because it represents what Christ did for me, it reminds you what Christ did to you. That's your understanding. Because guess what? You think Christ want to be reminded of what He did? You think Christ want to be reminded of Him getting whipped and beat and laying in the hot sun for 10 hours with stakes and nails? You think He want to be reminded of that? Samuel said, don't wear it? Okay, read Habakkuk 2:18.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 18. What profit the graven image?
What profit is a graven image? A graven image is something that's made by man. That's made by man. What profit is the graven image? I'm about to answer your question because you said tell me where it don't wear. I'm about to show you. Read.
What profiteth the graven image, that the maker thereof graven it? The molten image, a teacher of lies.
God said it's a teacher of lies. It's a teacher of lies. Because like I said, they burned our people on stakes with the cross. They told them if you don't serve white Jesus, because that's what that cross represents. It represents white Jesus. They said if you don't worship white Jesus, you're going to get put to death. The same people who died, the same people you say would have realized they had people, our Native Americans, they died for if they didn't want to worship that, they got put to death. White Jesus didn't die on the cross. Jesus ain't white. So that ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. That cross ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
I didn't say that. I said a reminder.
It don't got nothing to do with Jesus.
You're taking it to a place where I really know where you at with it, but see.
But you want to do what you want to do, basically.
It ain't got nothing to see. This come from.
It come from
a history of a reminder. See, a multi-graven image can be a lot of things.
The multi-image is talking about anything that's. Give me Leviticus 26 and 1.
Made by hands, right?
Made by hand.
2864,
Deuteronomy 28:60. Oh yeah, Deuteronomy 28:64. Because that cross come with white man Jesus. It's Christianity. It come with this guy right here, not that guy. If that's the case, why we don't find none of the apostles walking around with a cross?
Different symbol, you right?
Why we never seen that? They seen Christ die. Why they ain't say, look, we about to put on these crosses to remember Jesus Christ died on the cross?
That's the way it is, you know. I can't tell you.
I'm telling you what. I'm showing you what. It's a teacher of lies. when other people see you wear that cross, they see white man Jesus. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 68, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. The Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto another. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
They said, God said you're going to serve other gods now, read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
God said, these gods you're going to serve, we never knew them. Let's see who those other gods is, read.
Even wood and stone.
The cross is the wood, and the stone is Islam. God said, you're going to serve these gods, you ain't never known them. We never known, Jesus never known nothing about no cross. That came with this guy right here. So when you wear that cross, that's who you talk, that's who you represent, white man Jesus. You can shake your head all you want, bro. No, it ain't to me. I'm not telling you how I feel, I'm telling you what the Bible says. No, it ain't my interpretation. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
See, now look. You listen to all the curses that happen to us. And when it comes down to keeping God's commandments, our people do not want to do that. Our people always want to do what they want to do. Give me Sirach 32, verse 17. Our people do not. We hate the commandments. Our people, we hate the commandments, bro. And the only way we're going to come out of these conditions is that we keep God's commandments. Part of keeping God's commandments is don't have no other God before. That comes with white Jesus. However you feel about it, that's on you. But look, no, it ain't about when have I said anything, my opinion. Whatever you've been reading the whole time you stood over there. What have, I'm telling you, that's what it stands for. Our people never had nothing to do with no cross. Read that.
So you ever seen a white Jesus down on the cross? God keep asking you that.
No, he did. He never died on the cross. But listen, the cross was put on our people in Christianity. That's what I'm trying to show you.
What cross, and it's not stone either. It's not
Read it again. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 64 again. 28 and 64 again. Read it again. Because you're right. Back then they did have wooden crosses, and that's what the scripture say. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Because we never known no crosses until they came over here and told us that we don't worship white man Jesus, you're going to get put to death. The cross symbolizes white man Jesus, not the remembrance of Jesus Christ's death. It came with Christianity. Read.
Even wood and stone.
The wood is the cross. The stone is the cornerstone, Islam. So that cross symbolizes Christianity. White man Jesus. You keep saying it feels like this to me. That's what it feels like to me. And that ain't what the Bible says. You can do whatever you want to do, but just know that it's dead for that.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.